Welcome to the channel. This is Oblivion and we're here with the Hero Rises 2023 summoning session. I feel like it's been months we've been discussing this banner, and then we actually went through the voting gauntlet and actually got to see who we were going to get. It's just been like a trial by fire. I don't even know. It feels like it's been forever. So we're finally here, and my goals for this banner is that I'm going to be summoning red and colorless, obviously. It's the only two colors on focus. And I really just want a ton of Ophelias, to be honest. Legendary Veronica would be a very cool pickup. And then for Mortis, I need 3 copies to plus 10. If I don't plus 10 him here, I'm not too worried about it because he is coming back in June, and most likely he'll come back with a new legendary that is colorless or mythic. So I don't really mind. It's not that big of a deal. But either way, let's jump in. We're going to be doing at least 2 sparks, possibly 3. We'll see how it goes. If you are looking for some information on this banner, you want to know about rates, or you want to know about the heroes themselves, go check out my Hero Rises banner analysis I did a couple weeks ago. If you want to know exactly more about summoning in itself, go check out Joel's new summoning video, Fehology's new summoning video. I'll leave a link in the description down below. It'll definitely help you understand a bit more about summoning and also just how rates work, because it's very confusing, to be honest. It likes to trick you a bit. Now, I don't really have all that much else to talk about, to be honest. I will say that I did not summon on the Rearmed Tana banner because I found the banner a bit underwhelming. But after seeing some stuff in Summoner Duels with Guidance 4, I kind of want Guidance 4 really bad now. So we might end up summoning on that banner too. We'll have to wait and see. Other than that, though, there's not too much to talk about right now, I think. So let's just do a ton of questions. I got a ridiculous amount of questions from everybody. Let's see how many I can answer in this massive summoning session. Also, stop giving me greens and blues. So like, I just want every single color to be red and colorless. That's all I want. Okay, so the first question we're going to go with is from Dymastia and Oscar or Ozzy. And Dymastia asked the funniest question ever. This actually made me like bust up laughing when I saw it. And they want to know, would you make a child with Seidr? And then Oscar wants to know, what's your opinion on the new story chapter? So let's just discuss the story of Faye, which is, you know, it doesn't happen very often. Typically, we are not talking about the story whatsoever, very rarely. But the last chapter of Faye was really, really, I don't even know what to say the word is, memey? I don't know. Seidr just went all in, and she was like, hey, you want to have a kid with me? And I don't know who this was for. Like, is this for Fates fans or like Coomers or something? I'm kidding. Don't get too mad at me. But like, it's just so weird. It's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen in probably a video game. I don't know what they were thinking. I think, like, overall, it's pretty funny. People are just making jokes about it. But, like, for Seidr's character, it caught me completely off guard, to be honest. So I think it was funny overall, but the fact that I think they're taking it seriously in the story, I'm not really sure, to be honest. And if you actually do end up having a kid with her, that's going to be even weirder. So I don't know where this story is going. I was kind of, like, excited for the time-traveling nonsense. But just like every other Faye story, I think it takes a little bit too much time to get going, right? Like we're already in the end of March, and we're still at the beginning of the story, right? They need to, like, I think, accelerate the storytelling a bit, or just give us more chapters so we can get more into it. But if they just want to make a giant meme, I'm completely down for that, right? If you want to just make jokes the entire time and make Seidr completely awkward, I'm down. Let's go for it, right? So weird. I don't know what they're thinking. Okay, let's keep going with this summonings. Nothing so far. I mean, we do know that this Hero Rises is not the same as last year's. Last year's was like ultra value. It was the best color, and 4 units sharing that color, right? So that does change it. And we're also summoning on colorless, which also kind of lowers our chances at 5 stars a little bit. Anyway, our next question is going to be from Den Cheese. I'm sorry, I butchered your name. It seems Hall of Forms may start to add legendary units as seen with the strange calendar reruns for Tiki, Duma, and Julia. Should we expect each Hall of Forms event to have at least 1 legendary unit? Do you think this will ever happen? Okay, so if you don't know what they're talking about, essentially we got some updates for the reruns of some of the older legendaries, and they're in a very weird position. So they're essentially in months where we shouldn't be getting a remix banner. So it does seem a bit weird, and it also lines up, right? Like, Tiki is coming back in April, which is the month we would get the Fire Emblem 1 Hall of Forms, and then Alm and Duma is coming back where we would get the FE2 holoforms. And the same with Julia, right? The thing is, like, Azura is coming back on Weird Month, and so is Ike, and they both don't line up with their games. So I'm not completely sure what they're doing. Obviously, they're going to come back in some weird way. I don't know if holoforms is the way it comes back. I think that would be very, very generous and awesome, right? You're going to make, you know, Tiki with a full build would be awesome, or even Alm, right? Alm's really powerful in the current meta. So being able to get him with, like, attack speed Unity or attack speed Finish, you know, or time pulse 4, right? Like, that would be extremely generous for IS to do. I would love to see that, but I do think it's a bit too generous for them, right? Like, I don't think they would actually do that. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they do that, but I could also see them bringing them back in some other weird way. So we'll have to wait to see. Maybe they make like an orb pack, right? Like, I wouldn't put that past them. Oh man, we're 16 summons in. This feels like a normal summoning session right now. This does not feel like a Hero Rises. But I guess the rates are a bit different, right? There's Volk. Volk, man, I love you and all, but like, bro, you are not supposed to be here. There's one little bubble filled in. These bubbles, okay, Joel has convinced me that these bubbles are supposedly a good thing, especially when you're mass summoning. But man, do they bait me. I just see them and I'm like, mad, first of all, because it reminds me I got pity broken, and then second, it fills up and I'm like, well, I gotta keep summoning now, right? So like, ugh. I don't really feel that great about them at the moment. Anyways, our next question is going to be from 4 different people, and their questions are pretty similar. This is going to be from Aurora Gorialis, Fralicus, Flush, and Ruben, and they want to know what collab would I like to see with Fire Emblem Heroes if they ever did a collab, right? And I think when it comes to collabs, right, it's kind of hard. For some reason, Fire Emblem Heroes just doesn't like collabs, which doesn't make sense. They had so many chances with Dragalia Lost to have a really cool collab, and they just did not do it. But if we did get a collab, right, if we got any kind of collab with a video game or a manga or anime or whatever else, for me, I think the one that makes the most sense, like logically to actually happen, would be Legend of Zelda, right? If we could get it like around Breath of the Wild 2, they could use Faye to advertise Breath of the Wild 2, and then Breath of the Wild 2 could, you know, also advertise Faye in a way. And then if that did happen, I think we could get a banner with like Zelda, Link, Ganon, and maybe like Impa or something, right? Or like one of the Guardians. I don't know. I think that could make a lot of sense. But if we could have anything I could pick, I would also love to see a Final Fantasy VII collab. That'd be really cool. I don't think that would ever happen. Square Enix is pretty stingy with their characters. But if we gotta have like Cloud, Aerith, Tifa, Sephiroth, or like Vincent, Barrett, you know, like all the characters, any of them added into this game would, like, I would go broke because I would spend so much money on that banner because I love Final Fantasy VII so much. I would love that as well. When it comes to Aurora's question about Fates, like if we had a Fate crossover with Fate Grand Order, what characters I'd like to see. I haven't played Fate Grand Order ever. I know I use them in a lot of my showcase videos, but I have watched like Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night, and so I know some of the characters, right? And I think that the characters I would like to see is like Saber Alter, which I don't, they probably just go basic Saber, but I would like to see Saber Alter. Berserker is a really cool character. Ishtar is a really cool character. Gilgamesh, Iskander could be cool. And then I think they would put like in a Booba character, because that's just kind of what they do. So I think they would add like Raiko so that Cubone could have some work and like, you know, do his Booba thing he does. So I could see that happening for sure. Actually, like they could probably make Cubone draw the whole banner if they did Fate Grand Order, because they have like lots of Booba characters. Like they go really hard in that game. So I would not be surprised. But yeah, that's typically what I would go for there. Man, we're having some less than great luck. This is supposed to be the big banner of the year. And we're halfway to Spark with a Volk. I mean, Volk's not bad, don't get me wrong. He's a good unit. And he has good fodder, he has lethality, but like, I would really like one of the focus units. Anyway, let's do another question. Let's keep doing some questions. Hopefully the luck can start flowing. This one's going to be from Arasanin. Since we all know that not all arcane weapons are made equally, do you expect for intelligence systems to ship out a second round of weapons after they finish the dagger and the 2 tome books we're missing? If so, what's the best arcane weapon to copy paste for future weapons? So I do expect rearmed weapons to continue being pushed out, right? Even after we complete every single one. There's an Innis. I love his resplendent art. It's very, very well done. Suzuki Rika did an amazing job, but I don't really need Innis, to be honest. Like, I'm just gonna merge him and forget he exists, probably. But yeah, I expect them to do that. So I expect like once we get the rest of the tomes done, and once we get maybe I don't know if they're gonna do a beast arcane weapon. I kind of doubt it, but maybe, and maybe even colorless tome. I don't know if they're gonna do that either. But once they get rid of like the basic weapons done, I do expect them to do another round of like sword, lance, axe, and stuff like that. And I hope that they go for a more specialized version of those weapons. Though I could see them not doing that, because pretty much they've gotten to the point where most arcane weapons are pretty general. They're not really specific. I think the most specific one we've gotten actually is with Rearmed Ophelia, right? Because it is more of a cooldown based weapon, which is, less general overall than like something that just gives a guaranteed follow-up attack and denies a follow-up attack. But if they were to copy paste one, I guess the Arcane Sword would be the best option. I think that's still overall the best arcane weapon we've gotten. Though I would like to see them change it from -6 attack and defense to just +5 to all stats. So it's a little bit more friendly for all characters instead of just the ones that don't rely on speed as much. So yeah, that's what I would expect for the most part. I think rearmed weapons are really cool. I do think that they're... are you kidding me? Really? I don't even know. I guess blue? Sure. How did I get a single red orb? Really? Red's like the most common color. Don't you dare give me a 5-star. Okay, good. I'll be so mad. We are almost to Spark with nothing. Oh, this is not looking good. All my advertisement for you, Faye, about how great this banner is, and you're gonna do me dirty like this. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. This next question is gonna be free to lose. Which rearmed hero do you think had the most impact and why? So I think the thing is with rearmed heroes, you could try to look at the rearmed weapon and ask why that had the most impact. But realistically, the thing that had the most impact is Special Spiral 4, and that like makes Ophelia the winner like automatically, right? Special Spiral 4 is just one of the most powerful skills in the current metagame. It just transforms characters into complete monster nukes, and it's ridiculous, right? It's completely ridiculous. So I think that it's hands down rearmed Ophelia. Like there's just no question about it. That's why everyone wants to summon on this banner. That's why I'm summoning on this banner mostly. It's because I want Special Spiral 4 fodder. It's such a good skill. It's not going so well right now, but that is the plan, right? Wow, this is a... Yep. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that would be my answer for sure. Man, these circles. A lot of green and blues considering there's no focus unit. Our next question is going to be from Bernie Bear. There's a forest. Do you have any thoughts or predictions for the child units this year? I know you don't care for them usually for that banner, so is there any game that they could choose from to make you pull extensively? Yeah, so I hate the child's banner, which sounds messed up, but it's just the truth, right? I just do not like that banner at all. I think the theme is just, they should just move on already. Like, I think they should have moved on after Marth. After the FE1 banner with the kids, they should just moved on and left it. But they keep doing it for some reason. And I think that last year's baby banner was probably the banner that would bait me the hardest, right? It has Ike on it. It has like Mia and Soren and, Ileana for some reason. I don't know why. But that would be the banner that baited me the most. And it did, right? I got plus an Ike. I don't think anything else would bait me. Even if they put like baby Hector on it or something, or baby Dimitri, it still wouldn't bait me that hard, I don't think. I would probably pull on it, but I probably wouldn't pull extensively. I just hope that they don't do that. If I have a prediction of what will be on that baby banner, I do think it's going to be baby Echoes this year. I think we're going to get like baby and Celica, maybe Gray and like Cliff or Faye, or just the villagers, right? The villagers who already had baby designs, so that the work is a lot easier to do for the art. And we haven't gotten an Echoes banner in like 9 months or something, so I think that it wouldn't be like out of place for that to show up. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm expecting. I kind of hope I'm wrong and they just don't do babies though. That would be nice. But we'll have to see, right? Man, this is painful. This is probably one of the most painful summoning sessions I've had in a minute. Man, the rates are lying. Jeez, we haven't gotten a single... We're about to hit Spark without a single focus hero. That's crazy. You got one more circle probably before hitting Spark. Wow, no, okay, it's me too. I spoke too soon. Wow, jeez. So I guess everybody who else has bad luck on AHR and wants to blame me, at least you can see that I'm being punished as well, so you don't feel bad about it. Sarah, go away, Sarah. Okay, let's back out. Go back in. Oh my gosh, the reds are just not showing up, which is crazy because there are 3 red focus units, so there would be more. I'm pretty sure that means that there'd be more red orbs, but I don't see them. And we're not getting anything. Wow. If you didn't see my video, my recommendation was to go to Spark and Stop for most people. I still think that is the best option, but you can see how bad that can literally go right here. We literally got nothing. I mean, Volk is cool, but when you're pulling on this banner, you're absolutely going for the focus heroes. Okay, so our first choice absolutely is Ophelia. Hands down. No, not even have to think about that one. Picking up our second special. We have 2 copies of Special Spiral 4 we have not used yet. I want to use one on Ike for sure. And I don't know if the second person's going to get it yet, but that's definitely going to happen. There she is, the best fodder in the game right now, probably. Her and like Katie and Nino are just like insane. Okay, we are at 4.25 pity already, which isn't that much, you know, but it does feel really bad so far. Like this summoning session feels painful. Let's go back in. We're supposed to gain like good rates here. Come on, give me something. Also, not Ninja Camilla, please. Watch me. Okay, it's not Camilla, but still, like, gosh, okay. I don't know what's going on. Let's do another. Well, let's do the colorless. Our next questions will be from Manumvis, and they want to know, because I know that you are a fellow Hector fan, what do you want to see for his next version? Like a new seasonal or something special, like Ascended or Rearmed? Which characters would you love to see in a pairing with him in the new duo or harmonic? Dude, this banner, what the hell? Are you serious right now? We just got August. I don't have August. I also don't want August. You are not Femortis. At all. Oh, this feels really bad. Oh, man. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days. I'm kind of wishing that I went and got Tana instead now. Oh, man. At least we have Sparks, right? At the very worst. Oh, man. I don't even want to think about that. I was expecting to get quite a few 5 stars. But if we're only going to get 5 stars from Sparks, I'm going to be pissed. Anyway, so when it comes to Hector, it has been quite a while. We haven't gotten a new Hector since Duo Hector, and I think that was 2019, I want to say. Pretty sure. So it's been a long time since we've actually gotten a Hector, which is kind of crazy. I don't expect a new Duo or Harmonic hero for Hector unless Hector is the backpack, which I feel like doesn't really count all that much. But maybe that happens. I think if they did do a harmonic and he was the backpack, I think a cool one could be like Dimitri and Hector. I think that would be pretty cool. I think there'd be some really interesting conversations there, and they can make like a really cool, fun unit that way. But if I had to guess what his next version will be, I would say it's probably going to be like Ascended Hector. And what I would like to see personally is a non-armor version of Hector. All the versions of Hector so far we have are armored. And I think it would be cool to have like just a non-armored Hector, right? And maybe they go for something more unique or more different, because right now we have like a ton of axe Hectors. We have 1 sword Hector and 1 lance Hector. So maybe they go for like a bow or even like magic for some reason. I don't know why. They could somehow make up magic for Hector. I don't know why, but whatever. I think that would be cool. And then also, yes, let's go. Finally, yes. Okay, there it is. There's a 5-star that's actually on focus, and it's the 5-star I wanted the most. I'm very happy with that. Plus 1 special spiral fodder. Amazing. IV, not that great, or doesn't really matter, who cares. Whew, okay. Okay. At least we got 1 extra copy so far. Jeez. But yeah, I would like to see that. I'd also like to see him, you know, get some kind of PRF skill. I don't know what they would do. They have like Ostia's Pulse from like Legendary Hector, but I don't think they'll do that, right? I think they'll give him something new maybe. So I'd be interested to see what kind of updated PRF skill he would get, right? Because we did see something with like Lynn, where she went from like Laws of Sakei to I can't think of it right now. Oh no, it went from Sakei's Blessing to Laws of Sakei, right? So maybe they'll do something like that for Hector as well. I'm excited for that though. Hopefully we do get a new Hector and he's cool. And if he is an armor, I hope he's at least something different in some. Yes, let's go. Okay, Luck's turning around. Luck's turning around. There's Veronica. Oh my god, I love this unit so much. This is probably one of my favorite legendaries in the game. Her art is so good, and she's such a great unit. Yeah, that's just gonna be a merge. Here's a lot of colorless orbs. Let's jump in through these. Whew. Okay, I'm feeling better now. Feeling a lot better. Let's keep answering the questions. The questions are starting to bring some luck in. This next question is going to be from Joy Woo. With your skills in video and content creation, I'm sure you've considered making content for other more popular games topics for the big YouTube money. What are some game topics you've considered making videos for? Love your favorite videos though. Hope you keep making Fire Emblem Heroes content. So thank you very much for all the compliments. I definitely have considered that, and I do want to do that. I originally had planned for this video or for this YouTube channel to be more variety, but as I had not done YouTube before, I didn't know how harshly YouTube punishes you for making other content on any other video game, really, right? Like, for example, when Engage came out, I started a Let's Play series. I actually recorded I recorded all the videos for that, and I had edited a lot of them. I put the Engage video up, and it did so poorly. It did absolutely terrible. It was like probably my least viewed video in like a year and a half. And it dunked my YouTube views. Like, my next video did really, really bad because YouTube just didn't recommend it to anyone because of how bad that video did. And so it makes it really dangerous to actually do other content on your channel, because if it does poorly, then your other videos will do poorly. And if you do that enough, YouTube just stops recommending your videos. And that's why you see a lot of YouTubers who don't have a lot of views anymore, but have high subscriber counts, is because that's pretty much what happened, right? And so it's really sad and sucks, and I hate that YouTube is like that, because I love a lot of different video games, and I would love to make content on them. For some examples of that, right, I would really love to make Engage content, more Engage content. I made a bit more, and some of it did okay now, so I'm pretty happy with that. But I would like to do content on like Genshin Impact a lot. I love Genshin Impact, and there's so many videos I would love to make on that. When Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, I would love to stream that and make videos on that. Final Fantasy 16, Ashes of Creation, which is an MMO I've been really interested in for a long time. And then I also wanted to make videos about like about my own past with video games and how I got into gaming and how different video games have affected me throughout my life. I think that could be kind of interesting, right? Like, how did I get into Fire Emblem? How did I get into Pokemon, right? Stuff like that. You know, some of the games that I played during my high school years. But I'm just so afraid that it would destroy the YouTube channel that I think I have to like make a separate YouTube channel for it, possibly, and then just hope that I can get people to watch it. I don't really know. It's just a scary place to be. But yeah, I don't know if I'll do that. Especially I don't have that much time. So like making even these videos can take so much time. And when I try to make the bigger fave videos, they take a lot of time as well. The other thing I want to discuss is like big YouTube bucks. I'm gonna tell you right now, like when it comes to Faye, at least, you do not make money. Like the amount of I could be working at McDonald's and be making more money off of McDonald's than the money I make on YouTube by a lot, like by like 5 times at least, if not more. These videos take so long to make. Not this video in particular. Some videos are pretty easy, but other videos, you know, you're spending tens of hours, 100 hours, and you make like $5. So YouTube. That's why you see a lot of YouTube videos with like sponsors, right? Because it's not easy to make a lot of money off it, I think. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's move on to the next question from Frosty. All right, what's your favorite Final Fantasy title? So speaking of Final Fantasy, my favorite Final Fantasy of all time is Final Fantasy VII. I love Final Fantasy VII with like a burning passion. One of my favorite games of all time. And it's not my first Final Fantasy. I know a lot of people say that, like, oh, you just love Final Fantasy VII because it was like your first 3D game. That's not the case. I didn't play Final Fantasy VII until I was like 13. And I played 10 first. And 10 is much prettier than 7 is. But 7 just has such an amazing cast of characters and story and gameplay that it just really drew me in. I think 14, Final Fantasy 14, the MMO, did have a chance. Yes, let's go! There's Veronica. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're staying away from Camilla. I should have said that. I'm gonna jinx myself. But we're doing solid here. We're probably gonna have to go for 3 sparks. I was kind of hoping this would go a little bit better, but it looks like we're gonna have to go for 3 sparks. We haven't gotten a single Fehology yet. But yeah, so 14, I think had a chance of stealing the title of my favorite Final Fantasy for a moment there. I think at the end of Shadowbringers, I was really feeling that game. That storyline was so solid. And then I played Endwalker. I think Endwalker is very good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's as good as Shadowbringers. I think it was missing some of the elements. I won't say anything because I don't want to spoil anything. But it definitely, after completing Endwalker, I was very certain that 7 was still my favorite. Now 16 is coming out in like 4 months or 3 months. I don't know the exact amount of time. But it is directed by the same person who did 14, and it's written by the person who did Heaven's Ward, so I'm very excited. It's gonna be a much more dark, gritty, Game of Thrones-esque Final Fantasy, and that is like my jam. I love those kind of stories, so I'm very excited for that game, and who knows, maybe that will become my favorite Final Fantasy, but we'll have to wait and see, right? We can't jump to any conclusions. Okay, let's keep going. This next question is gonna be a bit of a spicy one, so I know that a lot of people have very different opinions than I do. It's gonna be from Zandy Cat. Multiple years in the Fae Pass. What? You gotta be freaking kidding me. I got so excited because I thought it was from Mortis, and it's not from Mortis. Fallen Edelgard. Go away. How did you find a way to get into the summoning session? She's like a parasite. Don't get me wrong, I love Fallen Edelgard, but she is a parasite. She finds a way to squirm into every little thing and make herself a part of it. She did it with the Hero Rises the Voting Gauntlet. She got knocked out, and now she's mad, and so she shows up on the banner anyway. I don't have the Mortis, I got freaking Fallen Edelgard. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, the bubbles are full though. The bubbles are full. The problem with that is that the bubbles are not very good when you have this much color sharing, right? Because it means I can get any of the reds. It only helps on colorless, and that's it. So we'll see what happens with there. Anyway, so back to Zandy Cat's question. So Zandy Cat wants to know, multiple years in the Fae Pass, is it scummy or not in your opinion? So my opinion is probably different than most people. I never thought Fae Pass was scummy per se. I did think there were some things I didn't like about it, right? How they kind of locked the restart button and some of the autoplay behind Fae Pass. And also summoner supports. I think you could give out like 3 free summoner supports, and I think that would be okay, right? Like just give 5 to Fae Pass, and that's enough of an addition to make it worth it if you're going for that. I don't think it's scummy per se. I think it's pretty reasonably priced, at least in the US, where it's like about $10 a month. You get like, 2 5-stars, 2 skins, lots of orbs and other resources. I don't think it's that bad. And now you have to see coming from, oh my god, yes. Let's go. Okay, this summoning session's really turning around now. This is it. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Like, more than anything, seeing Ophelia is so good, because every single Ophelia I get opens up the option to get more like Special Spiral 4 builds. And we're gonna do one with Ike, and Legendary Ike obviously isn't meta, so that's kind of whatever. But we could give it to like Duo Asker. We could give it to like we actually have it on Brave Lysithea thanks to the Hall of Forms, but we could give it to other units as well. So I'm very excited for this. Oh man, I'm very, very excited. Oh god, okay, come on, give me a Mortis while I still have my sparks up, because I'm pretty sure the bubbles are still active, right? Because it rolls the characters before you get into the summoning session. So if this was a 5-star, it has to be for Mortis. Like, come on. But yeah, I never considered Fae Pass scummy, I guess. I come from a different... Nope, it's Nina. I come from playing World of Warcraft, right? Throughout, all of high school and a bit into my younger adult years. And so for me, I was paying $15 a month for WoW. And it kind of, it just made sense to me. Like, you're getting a month's worth of entertainment for $15. And so when I see subscriptions, they aren't that big of a deal to me, I guess. I'm kind of just like used to them. And for something like that, for Fae, for me, I play Fae so much and I spend so much time with it that spending $10 a month on it isn't that big of a deal. And I obviously, spend a lot more than that because I buy orbs. So it's just not that big of a deal. I do wish that they would kind of pull back a little bit, maybe give out the restart button to everybody, give the summoner support out to everyone. But I don't think it's scummy by any means, because none of the things locked behind Fae Pass are necessary. They're nice, they're luxury things, but they're not necessary by any means. So I don't think it's that bad. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me and get probably mad at me for saying that, but that's just how I feel. And honestly, if I was making Fae Pass, I've discussed this with other people. Hey, it's Larcy. Nice. That's attack speed solo fodder. Or I can actually merge her if I pick up the Forma. I got like a very good version of her. I got like times +4, distant dart, and like close call and everything. Like I got pretty much an optimal build for her. So I could go for a merge. But yeah, for me, if I was running Fae Pass, believe me, it would be way worse. Like, I would get the money out of everybody. And people would hate my guts. Okay. Our next question is going to be from Person. And they want to know your favorite OST, original soundtrack, from Fire Emblem. So this is kind of a hard one, because there's a lot of good Fire Emblem OSTs that I think are just amazing, right? Some ones off the top of my head. Echoes, I really love the Echoes OST. I think Shadows of Valencia is just, there's so many songs that go so hard. Like, I love them so much. Then we have like Three Houses. I think Three Houses had a good OST, like a really good OST. Awakening Fates also had some good OSTs, but I think my favorite, if I had to pick one, is actually Three Hopes. Three Hopes pretty much took Three Houses OST and just like ramped it up to like 12. It's such good music. I love it so much. When that OST came out, I wanted to put it on every single video. And you probably noticed that I did put it on a lot of videos, but I kind of realized that I was putting on too many videos, so I kind of slowed down using it. But there's just so many songs that go like, they're just so perfect that I can just listen to over and over again. Like they just, whew, they hit it out of the ballpark with that one. So that's probably my favorite OST for Fire Emblem. I think there are, I think every OST has some good parts of it, but definitely like the newer Fire Emblems I think have better OSTs. Engage too. Engage has a few really good songs, but I do find that some of the songs, like I feel like the overall OST is good and not amazing, but there are some songs like the Psalm music, which is just like top tier amazing, right? Like you can listen to that all day. There's Alyssa. I'm kind of surprised she hasn't got a Resplendent, considering how like the art looks, and like she's pretty popular. Okay, the next question is going to be from Lilith. They want to know, random one, but what music do you like listening to? So might as well just stay on the same subject, right? So when it comes to music, I listen to quite a bit. You've gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me right now. You have to be kidding me. How? You are not on this banner. You are not on this banner. But Mortises, stop. Why would you do this? Oh my god, I'm so angry. I'm so angry right now. Why are you are evil. You are here to ruin the summoning session. You found a way. I'm gonna have to make another thumbnail with you ruining things. Gosh, we can't take you anywhere, Fallen EDELGARD. Okay, let's go into the spark. Oh my god. Okay, so I think we're going for 3 sparks here, which sucks. I didn't really want to go for 3 sparks. I was hoping this would go really well. I'd have the Mortises I needed at this point. I could just get Veronica and stop. I could also just get Mortis and stop here. That's also an option. I do want the Veronica merge. I think we'll keep going. Let's get Veronica here. Yeah, let's get Veronica. We'll keep going for 1 more spark and get Mortis. We're definitely not going for 4 sparks. I can tell you that right now. There's no way. Ugh, oh my gosh. I got completely distracted by Fallen EDELGARD. Just, I don't even understand how this is possible. How have I gotten 2 Fallen EDELGARDs? Like, this is, okay, we're gonna go into conspiracy Andy time. I know a lot of people don't like believe in conspiracy theories and stuff, and I don't believe in a lot of them. But I think that when it comes to Fae, there is some kind of weird summoning mechanic that they do not like tell you about. Like there has to be, right? The chances of getting 2 off-focus 5 stars in the same summoning session, right? I spent like what? 300 and something orbs so far? The chances of that is like minuscule. It's so tiny. Like I should be going and buying a lotto ticket, but yet it happens all the time. I watch a lot of summoning videos while I'm editing, and I can tell you right now that I see it happen at least once a banner. I watch a video where someone gets back-to-back off banner 5 stars. So there's something going on in the background, right? Also, like if you notice, you also get the same 4-star a lot, right? Like I'll get like the same 4-star like 3 times in a row. So there's something going on there. I don't know what it is, but I would love to figure it out. Just so I can like yell at IS. I have been totally sidetracked. I'm so sorry, Lilith. I completely just went off on a complete tangent instead of answering your question. So let's go back to the question. What music do I like listening to? So I like to listen to lots of types of music. I listen to a lot of like alternative rock, like Coheed and Cambria. I enjoy that a lot. I like jazz. I like jazz a lot. I find it like very, very cool, like just the way music comes together with jazz. I enjoy classical music a lot too. I like to listen to classical music when I'm trying to like chill out, or when I'm trying to like unwind, or even when I'm trying to sleep sometimes I'll put on classical music. I also like video game music, obviously, a lot. I listen to a lot of video game OSTs. That's a lot of the music you'll hear in my summoning videos is OSTs I find that are really good. And then lastly, I listen to a lot of lo-fi music. I found lo-fi, like, it's something so soothing about it. I don't know why, but I'll put lo-fi music on and just chill. Like, all the time. I love it a ton. Especially when I can find, like, good remixes of, like, my favorite already OSTs, but now they're in lo-fi. I love it so much. That's what I typically listen to. I would love to hear what you guys listen to, so make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what kind of music you listen to. If you're like a big video game music person, or if you're more into other types. It's just like, music is such an interesting subject, to be honest. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to get more orbs. This is like going okayish. I think this is like the... I have to do like the math afterwards to see what percentile I fell into. I'm also going to be doing that stupid... I need to do the math to see what the chances of getting 2 fallen Edelgards are, because that's so dumb. That could have been 2 from Mortises. I've been so much more happy. Anyway, our next question is going to be from Z's, a fellow FadeTuber, and they want to know, with the closing of the 3DS and Wii U eShop, I think it's fitting to ask, what are your favorite games on 3DS and Wii U? Besides the FE titles, I really like Kid Icarus Uprising and Mario 3D World. So I'm also going to exclude the Fire Emblem titles. I'll tell you right now, if Fates was not one of my favorite games on the 3DS, that's for sure. I liked Awakening a lot though. Awakening and Shadows of Valencia were amazing. They're definitely up there. But my favorite games for 3DS would probably be the Monster Hunter games. That's how I got into Monster Hunter. For the Wii U, I played Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and that got me into the series. And then I ended up picking Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate up for the 3DS, and Generations, I think too, right? I believe so. And so I played both of those like extensively. Like I had a good 1,000 hours on both of those games. I got all my friends into those games as well, so that's like a big fun moment I have, like a fun memory. I also love Kid Icarus. I think Kid Icarus is one of the best games on the 3DS, hands down. I wish that it would get ported. Like, if I saw a Kid Icarus port for Switch, that is an instant buy. I would be so ridiculously happy to be able to play that game, especially because the control systems on 3DS were a bit rough. Even if you bought the extension pad so you could have another joystick, it still wasn't the best. But playing it on the Switch with like an actual optimal control scheme would be so much fun. That game is just so good. The PvP in that game is so much fun as well, and the weapon creation was actually so very deep. You could do so much cool stuff with that. Excellent game. The other thing I played on 3DS a lot would be the Pokemon games, of course. You know, I played Pokemon X and Y like super hard. I was playing competitive Pokemon back then, so like I have hundreds of hours on those games as well. So yeah, pretty much that, I would say. Other than the Fire Emblems, of course. Yeah, those games were all amazing. 3DS was such a great era for gaming. I really do miss it a bit. I think Switch is like, you know, obviously really good as well. But maybe just because I don't have the time to play as many games, I don't play my Switch all that much. It's typically like I wait for a big game to come out, play the Switch a ton, and then I kind of like put it aside for like 5 months. So that will happen again once Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. Okay. Our next question is going to be from Connor Nuttall. With Choose Your Legends 5 refines being inevitable, which one are you most looking forward to? I'm especially interested in seeing what they do for a Gatekeeper, since all the other first place males got really good refines. And this, okay, 1 second. You see what I'm talking about? What are the chances I get 2 Bantus in a row? I'm on to you, IS. I see what you're doing here. You can't trick me. Anyway, back to the question. So when it comes to the next set of Choose Your Legends refines, I think for me, like the obvious choice is Marianne. I love Brave Marianne. I think she's still a fantastic unit. I think most of them are, well, other than Gatekeeper, I think most of them are pretty good units. And I think that, you know, getting these refines are going to be nice. Like, I pretty much think they're all in the same situation, except for Gatekeeper, where Brave EDELGARD is, where they're already good units, and all they have to do is get a pretty solid refine, and they're going to be amazing. So I'm looking forward to Marianne. Hopefully they can kind of give her a bit more power. I would like if they actually added some damage to her special. I think that could be cool. Also, maybe making it easier to proc. Like, they could give her tempo. I think tempo would be really strong on the refine. And also, slaying would be really nice on the refine. And Wings of Mercy. If they put Wings of Mercy on that refine, that opens up her B slot, which means that you can run no follow-up or something like that. And then you could run like more damage in the seal slot. I think that would be really cool. When it comes to Gatekeeper, I actually am interested to see what his refine is. I wouldn't say that I'm excited, but with the amount of warping that is being added to the meta every single not every banner, but in a lot of banners, right? We've gotten Guidance 4, we got Of Skills, we've gotten like a whole bunch of units who just have warping, like Sonya, right? And like Valencia Catcher with a refine. I think that Gatekeeper could get a refine where he's actually meta usable, which would be cool. I think that, I don't know if they're going to ever make him into a combat unit though. I think they'll have to do a lot to make him combat capable. But if they turn him into just like a pure support unit and kind of make him like a denial unit where he just denies a lot of different effects, I think that could be really cool. Like if they made him like an anti-brave unit, like you couldn't proc like Triangle Attack or Winter Cordelia's Triangle Attack thingy within like 3 spaces or something, that could be really cool and make him very meta impactful. So I think they could do something like that. That'd be interesting. I think the refine I'm least interested in is actually Brave Marths. And it's not, you know, he's a good unit, I know. You don't have to tell me. Joel tells me all the time. But he's just like such a generic sword to me that I'm just not very interested to see what he gets. I'm sure he'll get some cool stuff and be a better generic sword unit. Maybe he'll be a little bit less generic, I don't know. But I'm just not all that interested. Maybe they can give him like Special Spiral 4. Yes! I was about to say Special Spiral 4 and it shows up. Let's go! Oh my gosh. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, we're actually doing really well on Ophelia's. I'm very happy about that. But Mortis is the one not showing up. Like he's like, I know you got a free version, that's all you need. And I'm like, nah, bro. Like I'm trying to get you to plus 10. Like you and me, we're homies. Like, come on, man. You can't do this to me. Okay. The next question is gonna, that is not for Mortis, but it is a very good unit. I think Ascended Zelka is a bit slept on. That's a good IV. She's really, really strong. And she has really good fodder, right? Well, kinda. Life and Death 4. I don't know why they gave her Life and Death 4. I know she has a miracle effect, but it doesn't mean you need to give her Life and Death 4, right? It's just dumb. Give her like freaking Swift Sparrow 3, or even like Attack Speed Ideal. Give her something else. Like, I don't know why they put this skill on so many units. But the thing here is she has Infantry No Follow-Up, and this is really, really strong. Really great option. So that's some good fodder, or possibly Emerge. Probably fodder though. That's nice. I like that actually. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so our next question is from Josiah Emblem, and they want to know, with Immortus winning a Hero Rises, if you had a chance, would you pick a different winner? And do you think the green tome Arcane weapon will have a guaranteed follow-up attack like Arcane Eclipse? Okay, so my answer would be that I would want Rearmed Ophelia for free. I do think that she is the better option. I probably should have bought more orbs. Am I okay here? I think I'm okay. I'm gonna have to get orbs after this. I think she is the better option overall, right? For a majority of players. Special Spiral 4 is just a good skill. You can put it on your favorite unit, and they're typically gonna get better. Let's go! There's Veronica. Nice. Awesome, awesome. Okay, our luck is pretty solid. I haven't been keeping track of the 5 stars. I have, obviously, in the video, but that's done in editing, so I have no idea actually how many 5 stars I've gotten. I'm gonna have to look. But yeah, I kind of wish that Ophelia would have won, even though right now my luck with Immortus is really bad, so maybe it's better that Immortus did win. So I could have got a copy of it, right? But I do think that generally would be a little bit better for everybody. I am also scared that Immortus being so common now, right? He's going to get hard countered in some way. We kind of saw this with other 5 stars that we've gotten for free, like Altina, right? Altina became free. Hardy Bearing kind of, I don't know if Hardy Bearing became, okay, like being honest, I don't think Hardy Bearing became more popular because it was already really popular at the time. So that probably isn't the best example. But maybe something like Duo Lin, right? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got way too many orbs. We're not gonna spend all this all here, right? Anyway, back to the question. So with Duo Lin, right? She kind of like popularized the use of the Duo's Hindrance even more. Like it was already getting kind of popular, but then like Duo Lin kind of made it worse, and the counters to her kind of showed up to deal with it, right? So I can see that happening with Immortus, where everybody kind of like starts bringing up Immortus check to like Ether raids because he's everywhere, which is kind of annoying. I don't really like that, but we'll have to wait and see, right? We'll see what happens. When it comes to the Arcane weapon for green tomes, I could see it being like a resistance-based something, because a lot of green mages tend to be like pretty resistance chunky. So maybe they do that. I'm not really sure, but I could see them playing with that. Maybe like I don't think they're gonna do cooldown as well. Maybe they do like damage reduction. Maybe they put Dragon Wall in it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They typically have like a guaranteed follow-up attack though, and then like some kind of gimmick. I don't think they'll do denial though. They don't seem to be doing denial on ranged weapons at least. But who knows? It could change. Okay. Almost to the spark here. Our next question is going to be from Connor Zach. Connor Zach, I was on his stream earlier talking to him. I was on his stream. I was talking to him in chat on his stream. And he's like, now you have to answer my question. So here I am. I'm going to answer his question. What is your favorite Fortnite skin? Oh my gosh. I've never played Fortnite. I have no idea. I think Goku is in Fortnite. I think. I might be wrong. I think Thanos is too. So I'm gonna go with Goku, right? Because like if you could like do a Kamehameha or something, or a Spirit Bomb, that's pretty cool. So we'll go with that one. And then he also wants to know, what is your favorite FNAF animatronic? I didn't know what this was, so he had to explain it to me. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, I got it. So I don't know. I've never played that game. I've never watched anyone play that game. I had no interest in it. So I'm going to say that my favorite animatronic is Freddy. I'm going to hope that's an animatronic and not the main character. But yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, let's move on from there. Let's do another FeyTuber question though. This one's going to be from Rocket Gal. And she wants me to rank these game modes in order. So we have Pawns of Loki, Tap Battle, Frontline Phalanx, Hero's Journey, and Roker Sieges. Oh, that's Okay, my favorite is gonna be Roker Sieges because you actually get to play the game. Then Pawns of Loki. Then Hero's Journey. Then Tap Battle. Then Frontline Phalanx. That's gonna be my order. Because Frontline Phalanx is like the worst game mode ever. I don't know why that exists. They should remove that. I think it's stupid. I also don't like Tap Battle, but I know a lot of people do like Tap Battle. But I hate rhythm-based games, like with a passion. I am rhythmically challenged, so that game is And then all the other ones are okay. Pawns of Loki is okay. I kind of, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not something I play more than I have to. There's Bantu again. Go away, Bantu. Speaking of Bantu, you still has to refine somehow. Okay, so we're at Spark. We're at 3.5%. Hopefully, if we get a 5-star here, that'd be really nice. Give me a Femortis right at the end. Give me a Femortis. That would be amazing. Nope, it's Lena. Okay, we're at the Spark. We're backing out. We're going in. We are picking up my boy Femortis, who refused to show up. We're supposed to be friends, man. I have chilled for you so hard, Femortis. I've put out so many things for you. This is how you treat me. Look at that art. The art's so good. Art is so good. And now with the free copy, I have him at +8. So I need 2 more copies. It doesn't look like that's going to happen on this banner, though. We're going to have to wait till June, probably. It's not that big of a deal, because I probably will be pulling on that banner anyway, because I probably want the new Legendary Mythic, and then hopefully I can get 2 copies there. I think I know for sure, actually, this banner has better rates, but I don't want to go any more on this banner. 3.5 pity is not that much. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to move banners. See if I can find it. And we're going to go to this banner, and we're going to Spark here. I'm not really excited for anything but Tana, and of course there's no colorless orbs, so we'll do a blue and we will dip. I wouldn't mind getting Gilliam. I think he's a cool character, and I think he's actually a really good near save. All the testing I've done has shown that he's a good near save. I wouldn't mind him, but I'm not like, I don't need him, right? It's not a big deal. Anyway, let's do the next question. This one's going to be from Daniel Louge. What refine would you like on Legendary Chrom and Legendary Dimitri? So let's start off with Chrom, because I think that one's easier. And I would like Chrom to get some kind of... Okay, nice, close. I would like Chrom to get some kind of effect where when he uses to change fate, it does something. Kind of like Duo Chrom, right? Now, obviously, I don't want special cooldown. Yes! Oh, yes, that feels good. That feels really good. Oh, that's amazing. I did not expect that. It's a bad IV. Who cares? Who cares? It's guidance. The funny thing is that I feel like Tana is just like Ophelia, where I don't really care about the Arcane Bow all that much. I think it's not bad. It's a decent rearmed weapon, but I care about the fodder. Like attack speed unity fodder is like meth for me. I love this fodder. That sounded really bad. I probably shouldn't have said that, but that's the truth. I really like this fodder. I wish she was an infantry unit so it'd be easier to get her. But then Guidance 4 is definitely the best thing here. Like I think it's better than the bow like by like 20 times, especially if you're playing Summoner Duels. But even if you're not playing Summoner Duels, it's really powerful on Ether Raid's defense as well. It's also just fun. Like it's super fun. So, you know, that's awesome pickup. Great. Glad to see her before the Spark. But yeah, so for Legendary Chrom, I would like to something like that. Maybe like when he repos somebody, it neutralizes penalties for that unit, or maybe like it. What else could it really do? Maybe it buffs them and gives +6 to all stats or something like that, right? I want him to be more supportive with his preference special, or his preference assist skill, I should say. That's kind of what I'm hoping for Chrom. When it comes to new like skills he could get, a nice A skill would be cool. Like a finish skill on the A slot would be really nice. I don't think they'll do that though. Another cool thing could be like maybe an Oath skill in the C slot, but I also don't think they'll do that, so I'm not really sure what they're going to do. Maybe they do like attack defense ideal or something boring like that. I kind of hope not, but I wouldn't put it past them. It's Jafar! I'm going to be honest, I don't need Jafar. I have like 12 copies now. But Jafar, I love Jafar. He's going to be one of the first people who gets the rearmed dagger. Probably the very first person who gets the rearmed dagger whenever it comes out. But he's going to be bad. I'll tell you right now, even on the tier list, he's going to be bad on the tier list, which really sucks because I love Jafar. He's a fantastic character. Actually, speaking of Jafar, let's answer this question. Okay, actually, speaking of Jafar, let's do a question from one Japan fan. They wanted to know what are my thoughts on Nino, and whatever time to talk about that. And with Jafar, I like Nino a lot. I think Nino's a fantastic character, definitely one of the better characters in Fire Emblem 7. I think she has an amazing story, which really does add some sympathetic values to the enemy side. Even though she does eventually cross over and become a playable unit. I think that, getting that story with her and Jafar is really touching and really good, and I think she's a fantastic character. And I think part of that is because I love Jafar so much, and she's such an integral part of that storyline. So yeah, that's how I feel about Nino. Let's go back to the original question from Daniel Louge. So when it comes to Dimitri, what refinement would I like to see for Legendary Dimitri? Something broken. Right? So I think no follow-up would have been like my response a while back, but now that no follow-up has become so common from so many different sources, I really don't want that on the weapon as much anymore. Instead, I would want like a brave effect. I think that if they gave him a brave effect, that would be really, really powerful. A dual phase brave effect would make him like amazing as a tank, because people would attack into him. He's tanky enough to survive. He comes back and claps them with like some true damage in the face. That would be really cool. It would also allow him to be an offensive unit, right? You could take off distant counter and go full offense, and he could be like a great Gale Forcer or something like that. So I think a brave effect would be really, really strong. I don't really expect that though, but that would be, I would love that. Personally, I would love that very much. Other than that, they could also make him more mobile maybe. Maybe they give him like the Legendary Alm or the Duo Ephraim treatment and he gets extra movement. That can be really cool as well. Stuff like that. I think like anything that kind of like makes him more similar to his play style in Three Houses, where he's just kind of like the lone unit who can just destroy everybody. I would love that. They could also put healing on him. Like maybe some kind of crazy healing skill would be cool. I don't think they'll do that because Brave Cloud already has that. So probably not. There is Vanessa. I'll take that. I mean, it's some free flyer flowers, right? Why not? It's not a good IV. That's fine. Back out here. Keep going. We are looking for colorless orbs. Hopefully I have enough orbs for Spark. I didn't actually do the math. We need like 18 more summons. Ooh, it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Okay, anyway. Let's do another question. This is going to be from Renon. And Renon wants to know, looking at Three Houses, what house is your favorite? Blue Lines is the right answer and will give you luck for the next 5 pools, but answer honestly anyway. Okay, so the reason why I want to answer this question is because I actually got some like hilarious comments on my near safe tier list, right? Because if you haven't checked that out, definitely go check out my near safe tier list. I'll leave a link in the description. But spoilers, at the very highest rank of near saves, I have EDELGARD. I have 2 EDELGARDs. And the reason why is because EDELGARD is a really good near save, right? I'm not gonna lie and put EDELGARD in B tier because EDELGARD's not my favorite character. That's dumb, right? And so I saw that and I started cracking up because this person probably thinks I'm like some kind of EDELGARD simp. And it's not, I like EDELGARD. I think she's a good character, but she's not my favorite character by any means, especially not from Three Houses, right? So when it comes to my favorite house, it is by far Blue Lions. I love Blue Lions. I think Blue Lions is by far the best route. I don't think it's even close. I think Blue Lions route blows all the other routes out the water. And I know a lot of people are going to get mad because I said that, because they love the other routes. And that's not because Blue Lions I played first. I think it's because I am a story person. I'm a narrative and a story person, and Blue Lions has the best story and narrative hands down. EDELGARD's story is pretty good to an extent, but I do think that they kind of screwed it up by making it so short. It feels very incomplete. You get towards the end and it's like you beat the final boss. I'm not gonna say who it is, just in case for spoilers, and it's over, right? You get like the epilogue, and a lot of stuff gets resolved in the epilogue that you read. And I just felt so underwhelmed by that. It completely made me angry. And then also I felt like the relationship between Violet and EDELGARD was just not my cup of tea. What I really liked about EDELGARD was that she was such a powerful and independent woman, and that she was such a strong leader, and Byleth kind of shows up and like Byleth like fixes all the problems, right? Like Byleth shows up and all of a sudden the war starts going really well and stuff, and I just did not like that. It was not my favorite thing about that path. And then when it came to Golden Deers, I actually like that route probably second best, and it's because you actually get to go and fight those who slither in the dark, right? You actually get to face Nemesis, you get that part of the story resolved, and I was really happy to see that. I actually felt like the Golden Deers route was the most complete route, even though I didn't enjoy it the most. And then the Church route was kind of like a copy of the Golden Deers route with some changes. Not the biggest fan. I probably think that's probably the weakest route overall in my opinion. But yeah, so Blue Lines to me just by far the best route. You really, with Dimitri, you really get a story that is riveting, right? You get to see the character development, you get to see the drama, or the trauma, I should say, of Dimitri. You get to really live in his shoes and see how his mental illness just drives him insane, and how despair goes crazy. And it's just, I can talk about it all day, like literally. Actually, if you want to go hear my thoughts on Dimitri, go check out my top 10 favorite Fire Emblem characters video. I have a whole section in there about that, so I will just keep talking about it. But Dimitri, by far, Blue Lines is by far the best house. It's not even close for me. Not even like, it's not even close at all. I love that route. Love 3 houses. Okay, our next question is going to be a random one. This one's from Blank Blank. What is the price of eggs in your local area? I am not sure, but I do remember looking at the price of eggs, and it was really, really expensive. And I said, I'm no longer buying eggs anymore. So I don't know the exact price, but it's expensive as hell. So, yep, definitely not going to be eating eggs for a bit. Gonna have to wait on that one. Yeah, Karen. Okay, our next question is going to be from Mr. Pound. Of all the seasonals, which season is your favorite so far? So I think they're talking about seasonals and not about like seasons of Ether raids. I could be wrong though. If they're talking about seasonals, it's definitely summer. Summer is by far my favorite seasonal now because they took Pirates away from me, and I'll never forgive them for that. Pirates by far was my favorite, but now it's summer. If it's talking about Ether raid season, I guess Astra season, maybe? I don't really know anymore, to be honest. Yeah, I guess Astra. I can Gale Force easier because I have Triandra. I have Plumeria merged up. So I'll go with that. Okay, our next question is going to be from Platinum. I got excited. I thought it was Tana for a second. If we could finally get a Summer Ike this year, what would you like him to be? And how would you update his Radiant Ether preference skill? Okay, that's interesting. Personally, I hope we don't get Ike this year. We just got Ike last year. I don't like when they spam any character every year. I think you should always give some time between character ults. Yes! Yes! Nice! Oh, that's so good. Oh my god, we're actually going to get 3 copies of Guidance 3. That's so big. So I want to give it to Rattlecatcher, I want to give it to Duo Thor, and I want to give it to Altina. Those are the 3 units I really want to give it to. I think that's really, really powerful on them. Especially Rattlecatcher. I think Rattlecatcher is probably the best user. Another bad IV though. That's not a big deal. We can get in neutral. Awesome. But yeah, so I kind of hope that they don't do that. But if they do, it's, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, if they did release some, I think that Nico Topin is an amazing artist on Twitter. If you haven't checked them out yet, go check them out. I'll leave another link in the description for them. And they did a really cool version of Summer Fallen Ike. And I don't really want Fallen Summer Ike per se. I would rather just have normal, like not Fallen Ike. But if we did get that, I love their idea for it, where he has like a water gun and he's like, I think he's a blue dagger. I prefer a blue mage, but that's what I would want to go, like in that direction. When it comes to Radiant Ether as a preference skill, I would personally like to get rid of that and give Ike a new preference skill. Oh gosh, do we have enough orbs? I think we have exactly enough orbs. Pretty sure it's Exacxies, right? Oh, the circle sucks though. Do I just finish here? Actually, I don't think I have it. I think I'm 1 orb short. Am I 1? I don't know. Let me look. Oh, crap. I have 8 orbs. No, I'm exact. I don't want to buy any more orbs, so we're just going to finish here. We're just going to finish on the blues. Maybe we'll get a Gilliam, maybe not. Let's see. Anyway, but I would love that. I would rather them just get rid of Radiant Ether completely and give him, like, Nihil. That would be completely broken, and I would love that. It would also be bad for the game, though, so I don't think they should actually do that, but that's what I would love. If they had to use Radiant Ether, I would like if they just kind of changed it completely. Made it a low cooldown special, like maybe it's like a 2 cooldown or 3 cooldown special, and it is like a mini Luna with a mini soul, like a less version, like instead of like being like 50% penetration, maybe it's like 30% of both, and it ignores damage reduction, and it also heals for maximum HP. So like that would be really strong, but I think that'd be cool. Like a 3 cooldown special, you ignore 30% of the unit's defense and res, heals you for 30% of your max HP, and ignores damage reduction. I think that'd be really strong, but also there's a lot of strong PRF skills out there right now, so I don't think it'd be broken. And I think that would be cool. It would make Ike into a more like tanky mage, right? Just jump into the spark. Like if he's a blue mage, it would make him like a really cool, like he could be like a duo Asker almost. I guess he could be fast too. Either way would be cool. I could make him like more of a tanky mage who can take hits and heal up. I think that'd be awesome. And there she is. Wow, that went really well actually. Holy crap, that went way better than I thought it was going to. Okay, overall the summoning session went okay, not amazing to be honest. I actually went and did all the math, and I was spending about, I got 47 orbs per 5-star, which isn't actually the greatest rate. That's like the typical rate for like a legendary mythic banner. I think this was because I was also summoning on colorless and I didn't just focus red, which is part of the reason why the value is probably so low. So if you do summon on this banner and you aren't going for Mortis in particular, I would probably just skip colorless to try to get as much value as you can possibly from the 5-stars. Because personally, I only got 6 focus units and 518 orbs, and then 5 pity breaks, and somehow 2 of them were fallen EDELGARD. So honestly, not the best rates. It was like middle of the pack pretty much. At least the Rearmed Tana summoning session went really well. We got plenty of copies here, so I'm very happy with that. But now I'd love to hear from you. If you did summon on a Hero Rises, how did the banner go for you? Were you able to get some crazy amount of 5-stars? Were you more in the middle of the pack like I was? And if you did spark on this banner, who did you spark? Did you go for Rearmed Affiliate to get some of that special Sparkle 4 fodder? And who are you going to be giving it to? Make sure to drop a comment down below letting me know. Once again, I'd like to thank all my members for all the support, and if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. This has been Oblivion. I'll catch you all later.